The mental health aspect of being a screenwriter does not get talked about often enough, and this subject is too vast to be covered in a single video. What I'm hoping to do is give you some frank truths about my experiences working as a screenwriter in Mumbai. What I will also try and do is offer up some suggestions for what we can do to improve our chances of survival in this brutal business. The problem is when you are a new or untested screenwriter, you hear no a lot. A lot. It is impossible to properly articulate exactly how many times you will hear the word no. In fact, it won't even ever be a direct no, but it will just be something that sounds like the opposite of yes. A yes is very simple to understand. It sounds something like this. Let's do this. I'm on board. Okay, let's discuss financials. Just saying those things gave me a tingle of joy. Unfortunately, very unfortunately, that's not what you get to hear most of the time. Instead, you will hear something like, it's not quite there yet. Nah, I'm not feeling it. Needs a little more? Something, I don't know. And let's not forget the most prevalent practice of all, ghosting. Disappearing without a trace, not responding to follow-up emails or calls, just ignoring you until somehow you're supposed to assume that this project was not for them. This is not a joke, neither is it an exaggeration. I've had all of these experiences. When I started out, oh so long ago, I started with a full head of dark hair. So yes, rejection is a part of the screenwriter's life, and each and every one of those rejections sucks. It doesn't get easier to hear no all the time. So what I have learned to do is to gauge the quality of the no. Oh yes, there are different grades of no. Shocking, right? First of all, there is the hard no. The please get out of my office and never darken my doorstep again type of no. This is the worst kind of no to hear, but even this no does not have to be permanent. Then there is the no that means not this project. Now, of course, this is disheartening because it means that the people that you've submitted your script to are not interested in producing it. But what is good about this type of no is that they are not averse to hearing from you again. After that comes the no that means not this project, but I've got one I'd like to talk to you about. This is how I got my first feature film script writing assignment. It was 2008 and I had sent a producer I'd met a science fiction screenplay that I had written on my own. While he didn't produce the science fiction script I had written, he hired me to write a different science fiction idea that he had had. Even though it was a no for my original screenplay, it became a paid screenwriting job, which was a huge win. And finally, there is the no that means not like this. What that means is the producer likes the idea behind the script, but they want you to do some more work on it. You have two choices in this situation. Either you do the work for free in the hope that you will eventually get the script into the kind of shape that gets the producer to greenlight it and you get paid for the whole job. Or you can ask that you be paid for any further rewrites since they already like the base idea. In the first situation, where you're doing the rewrites for free, if the project doesn't go anywhere after a few rewrites, you still own the material and you're free to pitch it somewhere else. In the second situation, since you got paid to do additional rewrites, the producer owns the project and they are well within their rights to take you off the project at any point and replace you with a writer who might be better suited to make the project greenlight worthy. Both options have their pros and cons, so you have to choose what is the best decision for you at whatever point you are in your career. Now remember what I said earlier in this video when I said that even a hard no doesn't have to be a hard no forever? Here's how that hard no gets changed. If you end up in a position where one of your scripts ends up getting produced and enjoys a certain level of success, you will be surprised at how many people will suddenly find your phone number or your email address and want to get back in touch with you. They'll invite you for meetings, hell, they may even pay for lunch. This has not happened to me in my film career, but in a previous life as a web designer, this has happened to me. So how does one deal with all of this rejection and still maintain some sense of dignity? Don't take it personally. Filmmaking is a business, and an expensive one at that. The amount of money it takes to make even the smallest piece of filmed entertainment means that the people involved are looking for some form of guarantee or the other. More often than not, that guarantee is provided by the names or faces or pedigree of people who are going to be involved in the project. And people find that it helps their bosses sleep better at night if they recognize the names that are going to be involved in a project. People will often tell you that they choose their collaborators based on whether they think that they can spend the months together that it will take to make a feature film or the years that it will take to produce multiple seasons of a TV show. This means that people that already belong to film families have a better shot of getting involved in new projects because everybody in the film industry knows everybody else, and it is so much harder for an outsider to get in simply because they are not a familiar face. So here's what you can do. Use every opportunity you get to make yourself slightly more familiar to the people taking decisions about projects. Think about it this way. If you have no connections in the business, you're going to be the kid that gets picked last for any team sport. Your only job is to keep turning up at the playground, and once you finally get your shot, show them what you can really do. Which brings me to my next point, improve your odds. How? By having multiple projects in various stages of development. So you're never reliant on any one of them to be the thing that takes your career to the next level. When you think about it, most of us don't win the big lottery prize. We're likely to win some small prizes along the way. To use a cricket metaphor, you can't hit every ball for a six, but if you play smart, you could make enough singles and doubles to score a 50 or even a century. In the baseball metaphor, you cannot hit a home run every single time, but you can score enough singles and doubles, and all you need is enough tries at bat until you finally hit one out of the park. At the beginning of this year, I decided to play the law of averages instead of relying on any one project to take my career to the next level. In January, I polished a screenplay and sent it out to a few people. One producer has liked the project enough to ask me for supporting materials. Just to be clear, that's supporting materials, not changes to the screenplay. Watch my screenplay kit video to understand what I mean by supporting materials. All of this to say that I don't know if that project is going to go somewhere or not, but I have already started work on my next self-generated project. So it's important for you to have other meaningful things in your life. Surround yourself with friends, family, or pets who bring you joy during these difficult early days in your career. I'll be honest, the rejection got so bad, I had to take a break from the industry. That break lasted 5 years, and while I never stopped writing, I did lose 5 years of pursuing my dream because I could not handle the rejection anymore. So to every screenwriter starting out, I have this to say. You are going to hear a lot of no. So start strengthening yourself in mind, body, and spirit so that you can strap in for the long haul of dealing with all of those no's, so that when you finally have the joyful experience of receiving a yes, you are ready. If you found this video helpful, please share it with someone who you think could benefit from hearing this. Please like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so that you can be notified when our next video is online. Thank you for watching, and good luck with your projects.